When a man and a woman are together, there is nothing in the whole world that could surpass the supreme joy of the moment. From ancient Oriental love treatise. Unity of men and women in marriage is the combination of heaven and earth. Sheng Tai Ku Sanya. Perhaps nothing in the sphere of human life enjoys much attention and vivid interest as sex. This interest is understandable and natural, as almost all men and women want to make their intimate relationship as diverse and harmonious as possible. So how do you achieve the perfect understanding? How do you learn to feel loved as well as yourself? Without any words, how do you guess what are his or her secret desires? How do you become as one with him or her and give real pleasure? It is not so easy to find the answers to all these new love questions for absolutely every couple. On the way to sexual harmony and freedom, there are often many complexities, misconceptions, and false prohibitions. It is not surprising because most of us are descendants of European or Western culture. Attitudes towards sex in the West were once criticized by religious dogma. For many centuries, the human body was considered a seat of sin, and sex life was considered as obscene, dirty, what should not be said in public, and what can't be shown. European society strongly encourages a split between body and soul, sensuality and religion, and should not affect the performances of Western men in sex. And there is nothing strange in the fact that the Europeans turned to the rich experience of the people of the East, whose relation to sensual love is fundamentally different from the sexual culture of the West. In Hinduism, the body and the spiritual life, sexuality and religion initially were considered a single entity, and it was through achieving a sexual union with their beloved that created mental harmony and the perfection of the spirit. Not only through technology, but also the spiritual side of sex were dedicated to all the ancient Oriental treatise on the art of love, the most famous of which is the Indian Kama Sutra. Today, the Kama Sutra is an inspiring guide for tens and hundreds of thousands of amorous couples, helping them to learn and manage the mind, body, and emotions, allowing them to gain maximum freedom and liberation in the intimate life. This book was created based on the writings of the Kama Sutra and many other Indian and Chinese books about love. The author of this book has had great success with the opportunity to explore the theoretical and practical aspects of Oriental sex secrets, based on a variety of rare and little-known first-hand Eastern writings. Also, the author of this book has shared information based on their own personal experiences. Taking that into consideration, this book is quite a reliable criteria for evaluating the effectiveness of recommended Eastern teachings of practical sexual techniques. Sexual secrets in this book are presented in order, in the most readable and practical proficiency in different techniques of love. It should be said that the secrets of the conscious and achievement of the highest possible extension of the sexual act are most fully represented in the Taoist tradition of China. In parallel with growing Indian Tantric teachings, in between came the seamless bilateral exchange of techniques and ideas. In Tibet, sexual practices came from India and China. It was there that they were improved and refined over many centuries. In our opinion, the sexual teachings of Taoist and Tantric traditions are most near and dear to the modern reader. They meet our entire sexual needs, fantasies, and secret desires.